Hi, my name is Zachary Bailey, and today I'm going to be talking about the Roaring Twenties. Starting off in 1914 to 1930, the Harlem Renaissance, which Harlem Renaissance is about African Americans showing off their skills and talents, and Harlem grew from 50,000 to 200,000 in the 1930s, and Harlem was the center point of African Americans. Women in the 1920s, they were called flappers. Many Americans disapproved of the flappers, and the flapper is a type of blood rebellious young women. In January 16, 1920, the 18th Amendment, which was the ban of alcohol, which is prohibition, took action in January 16, 1920, which made manufacture, sale, and transport of liquor, beer, and wine illegal, and people turned to bootleggers, which they bought alcohol from a private seller or an illegal seller. 1921 to 1924 was the age of access. Nationally, the national product jumped from 69 billion to 93 billion, and wages jumped from 36.4 billion to 51.5 billion. In October 1st, 1921, the World Series streamed on the radio, which was new entertainment. And the New York Giants defeated the New York Yankees 5-3. In 1923, Jazz Age, Louis Armstrong makes his first record and starts playing in Harlem's jazz clubs. January 9th, 1924 to 1927, the Ford Motor Company, Henry Ford creates a new Model A to replace his old Model T. 1927, God's Trombones, which is going to be arts and literature. James Weldon Johnson was a writer of the Harlem Renaissance. His most famous work was God's Trombone, and in his collection of sermons in rhythm verse modeled after the style of traditional black preaching. In 1927, political extremist. There's just two Italian people that got accused of killing two people in a bank robbery, in a robbery. And they were executed without a fair trial. On November 6, 1928, Hoover was elected president. 1920s politics. Herbert Hoover won the 1928 election, benefiting from the years under the Republican presidents. When he was elected, the U.S. was heading towards disaster. On October 1st, 1929, the stock market crashed, which was a sign of trouble. The stock market collapse set off the Great Depression. And on December 14th, 1929, the Chicago mob, which is organized crime, which is the single bloodiest incident in the decade-long turf war began, or between rival Chicago mobsters fighting the control of the bootlegging trade. Yeah, that was a 1920s timeline.